MB Enclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
Unbelievable. I couldn't even believe that there was 2 8s in there.
This guy right here is doing something special.
I welcome y'all to MBE. What you about to see, box building in a different league. In this SQL scene, believe that money ain't a thing when it comes to its kings. Now that's fact, not fiction. Call 44694 48 then 18. Don't matter, you got 4 8s or 1 8 or anything between. He got what you need.
This is my crew. This is my gang. These are my kings.
Hey, what's up with you? It's your boy MB, man. Let's do the unboxing on the WDX G5R 8-inch. Now, you remember, the G5 is already a king. I believe it had 23 millimeters of X-Max. Yeah, that model had 23 millimeter X-Max. Well, they have changed. They have significantly changed. They have changed everything about the G5, and that's a testament to DB Drive trying to give you products that do not. When they do a revision, which is what the R stands for, you can really see it. They're not gonna tell you that we did certain to the internals, then you can't tell. And those bloggers like myself who've actually had different drivers by different companies, they tell you that he's different by each version. And that's the only thing they did to me, honestly, was just make the motor bigger. Sometimes they didn't even make the motor bigger. They actually did nothing. Maybe they did a little thing to the basket that's visible, but then they told you everything was the same. So it really ain't nothing, in my opinion. So the G5R, we're gonna get this out of the box, and if you go back, and those of you who have the 6-spoke basket that was used by most 8s, they done got completely away from that altogether. They said, nah, we're gonna come up with our own basket. And so let's get this out of the box. Get this thing out of the box so we can see exactly what we got, what they actually put inside this box. Okay. All right. The top piece comes with a manual. Let's look at this manual and see what we got. See what has changed. I know off the top of my head, the X-Max on the old one was 23. The X-Max here is now listed, but on the 8, the BL respectable, this is D4 18, BL sensitivity 78, QTS 0.69, so it's a high QTS driver. It's probably gonna be peaking its response in the ported box. VAS 4.19. Normally people will stay around the 3 range, 3.7, 3.4. So the vast increase. FS on the 8, nice, 44 hertz. And that's going to lower significantly. The RE is both coils are 3.2, so that's going to help you get more power to amplify, because you wired down in parallel. We should get a 1.4, we should get a 1.7 load, so that'll be a little under. That'll help with the box rise just a little bit. The RE is a wiring the voice coils. So if you take it a little bit under what they're rated at, you can get more power to amp technically, because we know with box rise, which is going to happen anyway, you're going to lose a lot of the power actually made into the amp, and nothing can be helped for that. But by having a RE to recoil with a lower resistance and what's nominal, say it's D2, instead of having it 2 or 1.9, bring in 1.7. This is a D4 coil, so instead of bringing it in at 3.6 or 3.7, they bring it in at 3.2, which is nice, give you more power, be able to make it to the driver. QMS is 0.68, and what else? MMS, the mass is a little bit lighter than the old model. This is 1.71 grams. So, with the moving motor force and the not really a light moving mass. Surprised that the FS came in at 44, in my opinion. But hey, I'm not an electrical engineer. I'm just a revolver in blue, and I just look at the numbers as they change. It's nice. It's nice. Now, I do not want to go through the time of doing all that. Let's just get out the box. Boom. Woo. Yes. Get out the plastic. Okay. And now we're going to turn this camera around and get a really up close look at it. Okay, the first thing, get this camera around here. The first thing I want to point out, it stands out for sure, is the surround. The ribs on the surround is similar to what's on the G2. And this is the new addition. This is the new revision. The first thing they changed was they changed the topography and the geometry of the surround to give you more linear X-Max. They did not list it, so I do not know what it is. Or maybe that might be a misprint inside the brochure. I'm sure they would have fixed it. But looking at it, based on what the old G5 did with that traditional surround, it had 23 millimeters X-Max. I'm going to tentatively say that it is at least 23 X-Max for sure when they said a revision, because this is one of the features that you want to improve: your surround, your spider, your voice coil, your windings, and your motor. So I'm for sure this is going to contribute to a greater X-Max than what they had on the G5 model. We've seen how this moves in the G2, and I will show you that how it moves here in my next video when we do a Freer test on it. The way the ribs are spaced, and let's see if we can get a little closer in. Bam. Okay, the way the ribs are spaced, I can use this as a pointer. Okay, the way the ribs are spaced, every two ribs that are together in this Y, you get two that are matching opposite. So you get, in this here is superimposed basically down here. And this is where these are the dimple points. The dimple points of the driver. The dimple points of the driver are always at the old clock positions. Let's back out. So I was gonna be at, if I had this centered correctly, and let's see if I can for you. Boom. Let me see. Bam. Yeah. That's pretty much, that's pretty much a good center right there. So we got 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Now, the cardinal positions. In between there, which would be what, this is 12, this would be 1.5, 1, 3, 4:30, 6, 7:30, 9. Those are the dimpling points. So these enable the stroke to be linear, and these right here, these cardinal positions are going to stop the dimpling, which is going to distort the sound. Remember, whenever you see a surround dimpling, that is not clean output. May look nice, but that's not clean output. You do not want your surround to dimple. If it is dimpling, anything, I don't care who it is, if it is dimpling, that is distorted output. You do not want that to happen. Maybe you have exceeded the X mechanical and the X max, and you're sending too much power to the driver. You're not going to gain any loudness from the dimpling surround. Next, we have, it is the surround is double stitched to the cone. The cone is a pressed paper cone. It's probably how they kept that MMS low. Plastic dub cap with the WDX logo. The black aesthetic look kind of looks pricey to me when they just make it non-superposing. It's more about the sound and less about the aesthetics of the driver. I like that. The mounting gasket is thick, and as you can see, the holes line up. Oh, maybe y'all can't see. We can get it down so you can see. There you go. The holes line up. You see the spaces? The holes line up with the basket, which lets me know they did a great QC job on this driver. Now let's get to the second part of the revision. They bought their own basket. That's nice. Another justification for the R. They bought their own basket. This same basket is on the G2, is on the G5, and it's kind of similar, and it's kind of similar, not the same as the G7, but they bought their own basket here. So that's a nice addition as a revision as well. Let's zoom in on the tinsel leads. Let me see if I get a little closer for you. Boom. tinsel leads look like they will accept. Oh, they push them to the side. That's nice. So you don't have to worry about the wire hanging out here. You push the wires to the side. That's nice. That's a very nice touch. Looking at it, look like it will accept a nice 10 gauge or 12 gauge wire, which is all you would need for this 900 watt RMS driver. Okay. Let's see if we can get y'all a good shot. Come here just a little bit. Come a little bit closer. Closer to this. And let's try to get some more lighting. So we're going to come this way. There we go. There we go. Oh. That's a good shot right there. Can y'all see that? Yes, you can. That's great. The Spider looks to be a progressive road dampener. And is it 1 or 2? Let's see. Like the big brother, the G7 is just a single dampener. That is definitely not Nomex. This is their own material that they're using here. Nice. Nice. Another revision. A different Spider than what everyone uses. Okay. Let's get inside here as well and see if we can get a good shape. Back up just a little bit. Back up. Yeah, back up just a little bit. There we go. Can you actually see the triple joint? The bead at the triple joint? That would be nice to see. Let's see if we can get y'all a good shot at that. No, the lighting is not cooperating with me as I would like it to be. Hold on 1 second. Let me bag out. And I'm gonna get some lighting. Okay, I went back and got us some lighting so you guys can see. There we go. Now that's a great shot. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little closer for you. There we go. A good shot of that triple joint. Where the Spider, the cone, and the voice coil come in together, and you can see a better roll. Looking at it now, maybe that's linear roll. I don't say it doesn't like each roll getting subsequently bigger, like a linear roll Spider. Nice, the tinsel leads are sewn, and you can see that here. They're sewn into that single dampener. This is supposed to play in a 0.9 box, so it's very geared toward small enclosures. Now, another shot I want y'all to get into. Let's look at this copper voice coil on that BSAV former. Do y'all see that? Yes. Now the BSAV former, you see that black part with that hole right above the copper coil? So it's a great copper coil is going to give you great conductivity. Easy to get the signal and transfer the signal into acoustical energy. And to keep it cool, they use a BSAV former. That's black ionized something else former. It dissipates heat faster than other formers. The basket also has a spacer. Now this is the same spacer that they used on the G5. They just brought that over as well. This is to help with the X-Max by bringing the former and the voice coil a little further up out the gap. This right here is used to take the heat that's generated at the gap to this aluminum spacer as it transmits that heat to the basket, and all that's going to act as a heat sink to keep the woofer cool overall. That's a nice touch. Very nice touch. Now, let's bag back out. Boom. Let's look at nice, hefty. I would say this is a Evelyn. This is a dual motor slug. You can see that's a dual motor slug motor. So this is your permanent magnetic field. It's a 2.5 inch voice coil. We have vents along the voice coil and a pole vent. No holes upside the pole vent that I can feel. But all this is for cooling as the woofer moves to force air on the inside and to force air over the outside of the voice coil and keep it cool. Nice little sticker, dual voice coil, subwoofer, so you know if you didn't have the box. This is 1800 watts. This is the peak score. This is the peak wattage. It's 900 watts RMS, 1800 watts peak. So all in all, we have a very handsome revision driver. So we see the 4 revisions that they have done. Number 1, the Spider. Number 1, the surround. They revised the Spider. They revised the basket, and they revised the motor. 4 things. so that we know that we're actually getting more for our money and improving for performance. Next, let's look at this thing, do a Freer test, and see how we judge how they kept the mechanical noise down throughout his move, throughout his stroke. The G2 did well, so I'm expecting great performance as well from the G5 model. Let me turn this around so y'all can see that. There we go. There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay, this concludes the unboxing of the DB Drive G5R8. You can get these from your boy MB. I highly recommend them on the strength of what the old G5 did. Those were kings as well. They was able to attain 141 dB at 32 hertz, I believe. Just go back to my channel and put in G5, and you should see the old revision come up. G5R, you'll see the new revision come up when I was just sitting around and playing and breaking them in. Okay then, y'all be blessed.